Ah. How am I talking? We sit up in church, we text, we send emails, we send all this. Can I tell you? We're missing our blessing because I wish I had somebody here, because we don't want to admit that we need some help. Can I tell you? I don't care how long you've been on the church charter or the church list. That don't mean you blessed. That don't mean you saved. There's a whole lot of folk on the list who serve in position and on their way to hell. It's some folk that's in church every Sunday, singing in the choir, preaching in the pulpit, deacon on the deacon, on their way to hell. But this morning, God, the word is, if you want to be healed, you got to uncover some stuff. And so it was, my brothers and sisters, when we read the text. Text says that Jesus was in a certain village. And while he was in that village, text says that there was a man who had leprosy, who saw Jesus. And when he went to Jesus, text says that he came, and when he fell down on his face, he began to cry out. Can I tell you, my brothers and sisters, in order to uncover some stuff, you got to have a cry of submission. Look at the text. The text says, and he cried out to the Lord. See, first of all, there's many of us crying out, but we're not submitting. See, there's some of us, we laying our problem at his feet, but we ain't casting it. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me. See, the difference between submitting in your cry is sometimes we cry just to get a few minutes of release. But then we get back up off our feet, get right back in the problem. I wish I had somebody in here. But can I tell you, if you really want deliverance, NIV version said he was covered with leprosy, but if you read it in the King James version, it said he was filled with leprosy. But let me tell you something, that sometimes God got to allow the plan to play out so you can fall right into his will. Here it is. See, God don't mind laying you on your back. He'll do whatever it takes to get your attention. Am I talking to anybody in here? See, you've been sick, but you was wondering what was wrong, but the doctors can't find out what's wrong because it's not the doctor to see, but God wants you to see some stuff. He came to Jesus. And when he comes to Jesus, not only did he come with disease, but he comes with a desire. Oh God. Can I tell you, God is going to uncover some things in your life. If you're going to be healed, you got to have a desire to want to be healed. And what's a part of desire is you got to learn how to submit under the hand of God. You got to willing to do what God tells you to do. But then not only did he submit, but he surrendered. You got to learn how to release some stuff. Who is it in your life you need to release? Who is it that's in your crew that you got to release? Who is it on Facebook that you got to unfriend and release? Maybe you got some things in your house. Maybe you need to revisit your attic and pull out that old Letterman jacket that you didn't let it in, but that your old boyfriend had. Maybe that's why you can't get along with your previous man, because you got some old stuff from the old man. I didn't mean to come in here like that, but somebody needs to hear this word. See, can I tell you something? See, when God is trying to do something different in your life, sometimes he will send folk to friend you. And you got to be careful who you friend. Because when you friend the wrong folk, they got some baggage following them. Do y'all need me to go there? See, sometimes friends that look holy, they have friends who are unholy. See, you ain't going to be friends some folk. Don't make me go there. Oh, y'all going to talk to me in here? And see, sometimes you got to deactivate the whole page. Because see, what's appearing ain't supposed to appear. It only appears when God is getting ready to do something in you. How am I talking? See, the devil don't move. He don't move until you done change your decision. And some of you may say, well, I don't have a problem with my friends. Well, maybe because, see, the devil never bothers people that's already walking with him. He don't never bother people who have purpose. He don't never bother people who have another dimension or have gifts in them. Now, he never bothers them. He only, I wish I had somebody here. He don't never bother folk that ain't going nowhere. But even blind Bartimaeus was telling you, as long as he was sitting there begging for money and being blind like the rest of them, they wasn't saying nothing until he said, Jesus, have mercy on me. And then they got lifted with him, said, I've been blind all this time. Why you all of a sudden want to change? Don't that sound like some of us? You've been doing something for 100 years. It ain't working, but because mama did it, you got to do it. But can I bust your bubble this morning and tell you everything your mama did wasn't right? Well, I know some folk gonna get married, but I got my crew here and they got something in that toilet. Okay. But y'all gonna talk to me in here. Let me tell you something. pulling on me. I'm trying to be nice. I just wanted to get in and get out, but God sending me a word. I'm about to uncover some stuff. Can I tell you why churches go through conflict? Can I tell you why a lot of churches can't keep a pastor? It's because when it's time for transition, transition has conflict with tradition. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me yet. See, when there's transition has to do with change. And some folk been doing something for so long that when preacher or the pastor talking about transition, all of a sudden they start getting them a little crew together. They start plotting and planning, putting folk in certain places. If you talk to certain people too much, y'all in the bed together. If you go to certain places you're drinking, they start caking up stuff because they're not ready to grab on to the transition. No, if I'm lying, just tell me I'm lying. They don't need that to church no more. They have house meetings. And they start coming to business meetings. And the first thing they want to talk about is the finance. You know, we're spending too much money. But once you start cutting back and money start going up, then they got to start dibbling and dabbling for something else to fuss about. And then when you done killed all the fussing and done busted them out, they still got a problem. And when God sends the anointing to your church, and then you done push them out, you wonder why church is dead, because you done killed the progress. You praying for one thing, but you really want God to do another thing. Oh, some of y'all done really switched their minds, but it's all good. Can I come on in your house? This may be my last time coming, but hey, I'm here now, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just bust you out. It's all good. He had to uncover. He had to uncover. Let me tell you something about that spirit that kills the church. I'm trying to move along. God keeps on. I'm trying to stay within the confines of my text, but God keeps telling me to say some other stuff, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to be obedient. See, we have in our churches what we call python spirits. Are you with me?
Well,
have what you call spirits of witchcraft. Which people are connected by soul ties. Which means a lot of relationships have been formed, but not godly, but ungodly. Now, I wasn't trying to go here, but the text says if you're going to be uncovered, see, he had an advanced case of leprosy, and he needed to be delivered. But in order to be delivered, there are some things he had to confront. And anything you won't confront, you can't conquer it. And can I tell you, if you really want to be delivered, and if you really want the hand of God on your church and on your life, can I tell you, you got to uncover the truth about who you really are. You got old relationships in churches that's been friends for years. Oh yeah, it's going to get cold in here, but I'm going to help you. Aunt Sue was messing with Brother John. You didn't know about it. Oh, y'all going to talk to me in here. And see, Aunt Sue ain't going to mess with nobody that don't have power. See, Aunt Sue didn't have a strong job, but she had 5 children. But she always knew she could go to Brother John and borrow some money from the church. better listen to me. I don't care how much he was taken from the church, but when they got in meeting, they Sue wasn't going to say nothing. Now you see how the devil works. And they get in the meeting, they got a certain eye. But then, and Sue got them 5 children. They don't know what's going on. And got the 5 kids mad, and they don't even know why they mad. But because familiarity. Of course, a kid gonna do what his mama say, because whatever mama say is right. And so when it gets in the meeting, all they done formed, all they little click, it makes the preacher look like he's a dog, he's no good, we need to get rid of him. And then when he gets rid of him, then everything starts unraveling, and you wonder why folks dropping dead, folks getting sick. Or y'all gonna talk to me here? It's real. It's real. And a lot of good pastors have committed suicide because of unrighteous folk. Oh, y'all gonna talk to me here? I really wasn't trying to go there. But I'm here now. But can I tell you something? If you're going to be healed, you got to uncover. Now let me make this plain and clear. When I say uncover, I ain't saying you got to come to this church, but you need to go to God. And Galatians 6 and 9 says, if your brother is overtaken in a fault, you who are restored. Then the word also says confess your fault. Now let me get that right. To one another. That don't mean go public and confess it to the church. But go to the person that you wrong and that wronged you. Forgive them and they will forgive you and bury the hatchet. Who is it that you need to go to and forgive? Who is it that you need to go talk to? It's not until you submit yourself under God. Are you with me in here? I don't care how dressed up you are. That's how the devil looks. He dressed up. He's promiscuous. He puts on nice suits and ties. He's starched and ironed. He looks blessed. He knows how the antics, because you got to understand, Satan wasn't always Satan. He was in church at one time. Are y'all going to talk to me in here? Wherever there's a Jezebel, there's a Ahithophel. Are you with me? But watch the text. It says, and he came to Jesus. He fell down on his face. Oh God. And when he fell down, not only did he submit, and not only did he surrender, but can I tell you the next thing he says? He said, Lord, I know you can. Can I tell you something? When you get fed up with a situation, and when you really give it to God, you got to have the assurance and know that God has the power to heal you right where you are. But I want you to see something in the text. The text says, God, I know that you're willing. And he says, I know you can if you are willing. Can I tell you? You can pray. Come on. You can worship. You can shout. But if your condition is not divine order by God, God ain't going to move. This was a divine providence of moving. What are you saying? Which means that God allowed you to go through some stuff with the outcome and with him knowing what the ending gonna look like. He already knows why he's sending you through what you're sending you through. Because when you get to the end, you're gonna get to your destination. You're gonna get to your deliverance, but you gotta go through the process. What do you mean? Sometimes you got to come to First Baptist. Sometimes deep you got to say, I ain't putting no tie on this morning. I'm putting my wind pants on this morning. I'm putting my tennis shoes on this morning. Because I'm expecting God to do something in me this morning. I got to get crazy because what I believe in God for, I can't be dressed up for it. Y'all give me that signal. Because it's getting cold in here. When folks get looking around and they get there. I can't look the devil head up in his face. So you can roll your eyes. You can stomp your feet. You can squint your eyes, but I'm still going to preach. Come on in here. I'm coming against that witch today. It's got to be cut off at his neck. It's like I'm telling you, deliverance is coming in this place already. Yes, sir. God is getting ready to do too much. God has been too good to y'all. So y'all stay where you are. There's one more thing that I want you to know. I'm trying to get out of verse 12. But God keeps giving me something in.
That's all right.
Notice in this text, in verse 12, when he comes to Jesus, when he calls out to Jesus, and when he says, God, I know that you can if you are willing. You don't see a comma after willing.
No, you don't.
Because if there's a comma after willing, that means he's got something else he needs to say. Which means there's a continuation in the speech. But after he says, God, I know you can. There's a period there. Maybe the reason why you can't get with what I'm saying this morning, because maybe you got some commas in your life where you ought to have some periods in your life. Maybe you ain't got times yet. Watch this. I have a friend. I was sharing with him the other day. I said, brother, we can pray until we blue in the face. But until you get tired. And you ain't got tired yet. Until you cut it off.
Come on now.
Until you let it go.
Come on now.
You're going to continue to be where you are.
All right.
True saying. God does not bless mess.
All right.
He don't bless mess. No. He does not bless mess. I don't care how well you sing. I've seen a many folk get up and sing who had the anointing to sing, but because of lifestyle, they were singing but no power. I've seen a many of them get up in the pulpit and preach. Folk are being helped, but they have no power. Sometimes God will allow some things to die in you before he can resurrect some things in you. Can I tell you the mindset of this leper? He says, God, my problem, I've uncovered it to you because I really want to be healed. But when he put that period behind his deacons who has a bad kidney. And he's on the list to be a donor, to receive a kidney. And his body fills up with fluid. But he says every Sunday, he said, DT, I don't know how he do it. But when he gets up, even with the fluid, he's got to testify how good God has been to him. He says sometimes he shouts so hard in service that they have to call the ambulance to come get him because the fluid is rushing to his heart. But he says, Brother Pastor, he says, when they rush me to the emergency room, he says, I never go in looking for the doctor. I always go looking for God. And every time they drain my kidney or drain that fluid, he says, the next Sunday when I get a chance, I go right back up in there. I give God the same praise. And they have to sit me right back and get the fluid off of me. But until God sees fit that he wants to change. All I'm saying is that sometimes God allows some things to linger just to pull the best out of you. And sometimes God gets glory out of what you're going through because that's the only time. Let me move on. Not only did he cry out to Jesus, but then secondly we see in the text, we see the compassion of Jesus. Isn't it good news then? No matter how messed up we are, God still have mercy on us. I don't mean to rush through this, but I held it too long. I want to tell you that this man came to Jesus. And he said to the Lord, he said, Lord, I know, yeah, you can make me clean. He said, Lord, I know you have the power to deliver me if you are willing. But then when you read the next verse, the Lord said, I am willing. Have I got a witness? The Lord said that the Lord laid his hand on his situation. Have I got a witness? Isn't it good news to know this morning that when you uncover yourself,